At a spiritual and mental point of clarity and when I say clarity, that's like clear and what is actually C constant at the moment of non-time, when we're not measuring time, but it's a period of something. It's a period of existence. So now in this period of existence, there was clarity of mind. We'll say, of the extinct, exact point. Now, in every moment, you can close your eyes or you can have your eyes open and you can think to yourself, what's happening? And you can be right there. Now, in the distinct moment that I was in this spot of darkness and pure light, solid black, solid white, it was, I know what we're here for. So I'm going to come into a body and do it. And you can start that way before a life, or you can have that happen billions of times during a lifetime, because it's all one life, and you will be the memory in every person. If you don't believe that you can take a chip out of this computer and put it in another computer and see what that computer saw, you can do that with people, but you do it with spirits. People are trying to do it with body parts. People are trying to do it with organs. People are doing it with that. Now, from the God point of thought, it was like, how do I know this is going to sound right? Let me move this into people explanation. From a God point of thought, it's like, how would I make this sound right? But sound at this point is vibrational action. How would I make this sound right? Well, what does an actor do? An actor practices something in his mind out loud over and over. Like if he's going to say, hey guys, I'm here. He does it over and over. Instead of thinking, I wonder if when I say, hey guys, I'm here, how it's going to sound. He goes, hey guys, I'm here. And he tries it. He says it. So how's it going to sound? Don't know unless you sound it out. How's it going to be? Don't know unless you do it or be it. How's it going to go? I don't know unless I go through with it. How's it going to sound, feel, act, sensate, all that. In a point of no body, no time, no light, no dark, no anything, just clarity, an exactness of spiritual mind came into light. And they all do this, and they come into a spiritual moment where they are put into a body. And then a being who also had done that same thing had been distorted throughout their life. Every time, every day. And when I say every time, it's every second that you go by and you forget who you are. Every second, every time something happens, that's a second. A second of time can change everything. Now, billions of seconds pass by throughout your life, sure. But there's billions of 1 second moments where you changed something. There might be a string of lots of seconds in a row where you changed something or did something that you noticed. But you were always there. And how full of consciousness were you as you did it? Now, what a non-bodied entity or a spiritual being can do in a spiritual body isn't the same thing that this God vibration has. It not only, quote, knows, it is. It is, so it doesn't have to wonder. There's no, are there demons? Are there goblins? Are there ghosts? Are there vaccines? Are there viruses? Are there pains? Are there whatever? Yes, there's everything. There's great big dragons the size of our universe. In another universe that's universally the size of our universe compared to us. And it's nothing, no big deal. Because we are who we are, we think it's a big deal. If you were a bug, you wouldn't think the planet compared to your size was a big deal. So when you are a bug, it isn't a big deal at all. And every flying thing is a dragon. Lightning bugs. There used to be things that blew fire. We are the ones that blow fire to the other things now. We just don't look like we project ourselves on TVs. But we used to look like that as we evolved into a more symmetrical body. And we didn't want to fly around because we liked the experience of taking our time, believe it or not. We missed out on a lot. When you soar over it all, you don't get down into it and see it. That's why we landed from spirit into matter. Not because we were thrown down and cast like some rejects. No, because we wanted to experience it closer. The light started becoming solid, so we could actually touch it. And when we touched it, it hurt. And when it hurt, we were like, whoa, this is something we didn't actually know before. And it started getting more and more intense. Intense, 9, 10. So now, now that it's intense, it's 9, 10, into. See? This is how sounds and shapes and light and form merged by wanting to know each other better. Sensations wanted to feel each other in a spiritual form, so they take bodies to do it. Now, have we killed each other enough to not have to go through those roles anymore? Because in a spiritual place, people have basically thought, how's that going to sound or how's that going to go? And they say, hey, let's act it out. So they come into bodies and they do it. But when they do it from an astral body, they'll come into the world playing characters that can very much harm others because they know that you can't die. But they really don't take it to their spiritual heart, not their human being heart, their spiritual heart, the level above us. They don't take it to that point and know that in a physical body that affects everything else, because the physical body is where the light meets this and experiences it. Just like if you're flying over a village, you can't understand the village unless you get out of the plane and walk around and meet the people and touch the things and feel everything. So therefore, we came out of our spiritual astral bodies. Picture that like a flying version of who we are, because it is. But we decide to spend a period of quote-unquote time feeling like people. So we come down into people, which is a combination of purple and red. But how is that when purple is at the top of the spectrum and red is at the bottom of the spectrum and blue is towards the middle? How is that? Because it is. That's the whole red and blue thing. That's the blood in our veins being blue and in red when it bleeds. That's the whole red versus blue. That's the whole red team, blue team. That's the whole Dave and Dan. That's everything like that. That's just what it is. And if people don't get it, it's because they don't want to. It's because they might think that they've connected with their higher source and they know their meaning. And their meaning was sent to them in an astral place, not the divine astral. But then because they've touched that astral place and they've done it so much, they don't believe in that divine stuff. They just believe in what's really happening, how things are. Well, no, things are that way because just like people can do some really messed up things to people, on the astral level, you can do billion times worse to each other. And we've done that too. And I know because I did it. Not just once, all of it. And it's still happening. So as you go back through it, you refine the system. You refragment the system. Even the psyche system, the psych system, the psychstem, like the quantum, the things that we don't see are happening all the time. So this exercise that I want you to do talk to yourself out loud. Ask yourself, is this what I want to do? And listen outside. Listen outside because you're going to answer yourself. And you're going to answer yourself based off of how it really sounds. I'm going to go to work and make this stuff today because people that are my bosses make sure that I pay money. Yeah. Say that out loud. And really think that that's something you should be doing. And if it isn't, then stand up for what is truly right. Not because other people said it was right, because you know that it's not right for you to go do that anymore. You know that things deserve to live. You know that you're feeling how you live now. You're not just letting people tell you how you're supposed to feel. Try that exercise. It will change you. God bless.